Hello everyone, it is Monday the 30th of March and I'm back with another coronavirus video. Did you know that at the beginning of the month there were only 88,000 something coronavirus cases? 88,000. And now there are 724,336 cases right now as of recording this video. So in just 1 month it's almost tenfold. 1 month! So whatever the number of cases in your country, if you're following the worldwide trend, it's looking at tenfold within a month. That is ridiculous. So, social distancing. I love how we've renamed it social distancing. Before it was draconian measures, quarantine, lockdown, all this lot. And now it's like social distancing, social distancing. We've like upgraded the name a little bit. But anyway, that's what needs to be done. Social distancing and where possible, face masks. Alright, looking at yesterday's numbers, USA once again, I think the USA is just going to stay at the top of the list for the foreseeable future right now because they're doing some extreme levels of testing right now and pretty much eventually they'll get around to half the population and I'm sure we're going to see like massive numbers just like they predicted. The other day Trump was saying, was it yesterday? He was saying that up to between 100 and 200,000 people could die from the coronavirus. So that's what they're preparing for.
Because you're talking about a potential of up to 2.2 million, and some people said it could even be higher than that. So you're talking about 2.2 million deaths, 2.2 million people from this. And so if we could hold that down, as we're saying, to 100,000, it's a horrible number. Maybe even less, but to 100,000. So we have between 100 and 200,000. We all together have done a very good job.
It's a lot of people. Sticking with the numbers, so USA yesterday, 18,882 new cases and 264 deaths. Spain next on the list with 6,875 new cases. Followed by Italy, Germany, Iran, France and the UK right now. The UK is soon going to pass Germany's daily totals. So the UK had 2,433 new cases yesterday and 209 deaths. So the UK is still on the upward trend. Just the other day it was like 200 or 300 a day and now suddenly it's 2,000 something per day. So yeah, it's really, really fast. I think they said the doubling rate for deaths now is every 3 days and the doubling rate for new cases is still under a week. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, it's not good. So I'm seeing that members of the NYPD and also the US Navy are getting infected by the coronavirus as well.
世界级的大问题，美国罗斯福号航空母舰的很多水手确诊感染新冠肺炎，他们是从哪里感染的呢？这也太蹊跷了吧！这条航空母舰可是绝对不许中国人登上的吧？而且2020年1月，它已经离开美国本土，航行在太平洋上。 难道病毒会随海风刮几千公里，从中国刮到美国航母上？如果这病毒真有这么远的传播距离，我真得思考一下，某些导弹是不是过时的问题。所以，蓬佩奥的武汉病毒说，特朗普此前的中国病毒说，在罗斯福号航母的新冠肺炎患者面前，又面临一个解释。
And it's sad, but I guess. So far it seems that the reported cases haven't been, extreme because what I'm hearing on the news is that some of the people from the NYPD who were infected a few weeks back have actually come back now. They've made a full recovery and they're back now on the front line. So that's good. So just because you're infected doesn't mean you're going to die. Okay? 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 But it is a shame that they're not wearing face masks. The UK lockdown could go on for up to 6 months.
So I think 3 weeks for review. 2 or 3 months to see whether we've really squashed it, but about 3 to 6 months ideally, and lots of uncertainty in that, but then to see at which point we can actually get back to normal, and it is plausible that it could go further than that.
Now, some of my friends have been on lockdown now for a week and they've already lost it. A lot of them have already lost it. A lot of them are slowly losing it, and the way that this is going, 6 months is going to drive people crazy. I'm not sure if that's going to be manageable. Especially for what I talked about yesterday, if the supermarkets are taking 3 to 4 weeks to deliver after only a week of lockdown, what's that going to be like in a month? What's that going to be like in 3 months? Oh my god, 6 months of lockdown? I'm on my 2nd month of lockdown in Beijing. It's not really a full-on lockdown, we can go out, but we just haven't. And it's already making me feel a bit crazy staying inside the entire time. Oh, I don't know. What's better though, lockdown or hospital? I'd choose lockdown. And as a result of the lockdown, people are taking to the internet, of course, because what else is there to do? Taking to the internet to have Zoom parties. I missed my first one last night. Some of my friends who were in China a while back and now they've gone back to their, homes or different countries or whatever, all around the world right now. They arranged a Zoom party last night and I was going to attend, but then we've got stupid neighbours here who are miserable and complain about everything, so I couldn't do it. It was at 2 a.m. my time, and at that time the house was so quiet, like you could hear any noise. So talking on a phone or an iPad with a Zoom party, everyone's like in their homes and whatever, eating and drinking and talking and having fun. I wouldn't have been able to do it, so I missed my first one. I'm hoping that they'll invite me back to the next one, so I want to take part in the next one and I'll figure out a way to be more prepared. Today I was doing some sound testing and I figured that if I go to my kitchen, which is tiny and miserable, but if I go to the kitchen, that's probably the safest place in the house to have a Zoom party. So next time I might join from the kitchen. EasyJet in the UK has grounded all its fleet, so that's another airline that's biting the dust. They haven't gone out of business as of this moment, but the next step is going to be asking for bailout, and when airlines ask for bailout, it's usually not a good story. I haven't seen many success stories that come of bailouts. From what I see, they get bailed out, and then they join forces with another airline, and then that airline is usually a foreign airline, and then pretty much they're owned by the foreign airline. That's what I'm seeing generally in the airline industry. So I'm not really a fan of bailing out the airlines. Let them go under. When they've gone, a new one can try and come up, right? Let them go under. Sorry about all the jobs, but those jobs are quite specific, and I'm sure it's not difficult to find a new job if you're working in the airline industry. Those skills are very easily transferable. Of course, right now, no one's finding it easy to have a job, so don't worry about it right now. But after this is all done, airlines will need pilots, they'll need staff, ground staff, cabin crew. These jobs are quite, they're very specific and they need a lot of training and experience. So I think it'll be very easy for these people to find new jobs elsewhere. Don't worry. The last piece of news, an astrophysicist from Australia got magnets stuck up his nostril. He was trying to make some kind of device to warn people when they're touching their face during the coronavirus outbreak, and somehow he got 2 magnets stuck up his nostrils and they're stuck together. So he had to go to hospital and get that removed. It's not exactly what you'd expect an astrophysicist to be in hospital for. But at the same time, I guess, what would you expect an astrophysicist to be in hospital for? It must be something crazy, right? Yeah, magnet stuck in the nostril. Crazy enough. Okay, that's the end of the news today. Finally, before I go, just want to ask you, have you been watching any movies while you're on quarantine, lockdown, or social distancing, or whatever you want to call it? Have you been watching any of the movies that have suddenly just appeared at the top of the list? Like, I watched Contagion, Train to Busan, and Flu. Those 2 are Korean movies. And also I watched another one, I forgot the name of it now. Outbreak. I watched Outbreak. And what else? I forgot. But I want you to tell me of some more, virus, pandemic, zombie sort of movies like that, end of the world kind of thing. World War Z, I've watched that before. Those kind of movies. I want to watch some more of those because right now it's kind of exciting. And I want to just see how the movies did it in the past to compare it to how it's happening in real life now. I know it's not zombies, but I want to see what people are doing, how people are reacting, how the governments are reacting, and just compare it to the movies and see how realistic they are. Alright. That's all for today, so if you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, let's have a talk, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.